All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are tackling a word that is, no exaggeration, the absolute foundation of your financial future: savings. It seems so simple, right? But really understanding what it means and what it can do for you, well, that can change everything.
So let me ask you this. What's the very first step to getting some real financial peace of mind? It's a huge question, I know, but the answer is actually a lot simpler than you might think. It all starts right here, with getting a handle on the true power of saving your money.
Okay, first things first. What are we even talking about when we say savings? For a lot of us, it's just, the leftovers. It's the little bit of cash that's still in your account after all the bills are paid and the spending is done. But what if that's completely backwards? Because true saving isn't an accident, it's a choice. See that word right there? Deliberately. That's the key to the whole thing. Savings aren't something that just happens to you if you're lucky at the end of the month. No way. They are a conscious, planned decision you make today to build a better life for yourself tomorrow. This formula is how most people approach it, right? You get your income, you spend on your consumption, all your expenses, and then whatever is left over is your savings. But the people who really win at this game, they flip this script completely. They decide to save first. Saving becomes a bill you have to pay, just like your rent or your phone bill. It's non-negotiable.
I really love this phrase, postponed consumption. It just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about never having fun again. It's about a simple trade-off. You're trading something small you could buy today for something huge you really want tomorrow. You're just choosing to pay your future self first.
So you're making this choice, you're setting money aside. But what for? What's it actually doing for you? Well, it turns out your savings have 3 incredibly important jobs to do. This is you putting your money to work.
And these 3 jobs, they really build on each other. It's a powerful sequence. First, your savings are there to help you hit those big life goals. Second, they act like a financial shield, protecting you when things go wrong. And third, they become the launch pad for building actual long-term wealth.
Let's talk about that first job, funding your goals. And we're talking about the big stuff here, right? A down payment on a house, putting your kids through college, and of course, being able to retire someday without worrying. Without savings, these huge milestones either never happen or they bury you in debt.
Now for that second job, which is all about security. Your savings are your financial shock absorber. Life is messy and unpredictable. The car breaks down, a medical bill shows up out of nowhere. That savings buffer is what keeps a small problem from turning into a full-blown financial crisis. It's your safety net.
And having that safety net in place lets you move on to the third job, growth. This is a hard and fast rule. You cannot invest money you haven't saved first. It's impossible. Your savings are the raw material. They're the seeds that you can then plant into investments to grow your wealth over time. And that last point brings us to a really crucial distinction. People mix up saving and investing all the time, but they are not the same thing. They have totally different purposes, and knowing the difference is critical to your success.
So here it is in a nutshell. When you save, your number 1 and number 2 priorities are safety and availability. You need to know that money is safe and that you can get to it quickly. But when you invest, your main goal is totally different. It's all about growth.
This table lays it out perfectly. Look at savings. The purpose is to keep your money safe. The risk is super low. Liquidity, how fast you can turn it into cash, is super high, but the trade-off, the returns are going to be low. Now look at investments. The whole point is growth. But to get that growth, you take on higher risk. Your money might be tied up for a while, but the potential for higher returns is the prize you're after. Okay, so savings are safe. That sounds great, right? But there's a catch, and it's a big one: inflation. That safe money sitting in a savings account is actually losing a tiny bit of its buying power every single day. $1 today just won't buy as much next year. And that is why saving is the crucial first step, but investing has to be the next step to make sure your money actually grows faster than it's shrinking.
All right, so we get it. We know what savings are and why they're so important. But knowing and doing are 2 different things, aren't they? The real magic happens when you stop thinking about it and turn saving into an automatic, consistent habit.
This right here, this is probably the most powerful phrase in all of personal finance. Pay yourself first. It completely changes your mindset. It means you treat your savings like it's the most important bill you have. Before the rent, before groceries, before anything else, a piece of your income goes to your future self. It's a total game changer. Now, here's the cool part. The role your savings play in your life isn't static. It evolves with you. What you're saving for in your 20s is going to look very different from your goals in your 60s, and that's exactly how it should be.
Just look at this journey. When you're starting your career, it's all about building that emergency fund, that buffer. Then you hit midlife, and the focus probably shifts to a house, maybe your kid's education. As you get closer to retirement, you're in full-on maximize savings mode. And then, once you're retired, that pile of savings you built becomes the income you live on. The goal changes, but the habit stays with you.
But beyond all the math and the goals, let's talk about the psychological payoff, because this might be the biggest return you get. Having savings isn't just about having money. It's about getting rid of that constant, low-grade anxiety about money that so many of us live with. It's the quiet confidence of knowing that if life throws you a curveball, you can handle it. That feeling is priceless.
So if you take just one thing away today, please let it be this. Savings are the bedrock. They are the absolute non-negotiable foundation. Everything else you want to achieve financially, investing, creating wealth, gaining financial independence, all of it is built right on top of a solid savings habit.
And I want to leave you with this final thought, because it just frames it so perfectly. Saving isn't about restriction. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about empowerment. It's you taking control and building a plan to make sure the life you want tomorrow becomes your reality.